Hello and welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we drew away to Gorgie Thistle, which allowed the gap between ourselves and the chasing playoff pack to be reduced to 5 points, with P4H overtaking Real Madrid, who could only draw away to the King Punks, which was a good result for us. In this episode, however, we are taking on the league leaders Sham away at their place, and winning there is going to be a very difficult challenge indeed. We'll be likely to get away with a draw, to be honest. Sham have the added carrot that if they manage to beat us, they will be promoted to Division 4. So it's quite a big clash between the top two in the division, and we're not second for nothing. So let's take a look at their squad and see how it compares to ours. Here it is, a very strong squad. However, they have a key bonus in that Henrik Fruition has been injured, so Sham only have 3 first team defenders. That's not to say that they will necessarily be predictable though. This is a big game. They are at home and they have to win if they want to secure promotion early. And we are the second place team, so I can't see them taking us lightly. But nevertheless, I think we can only go off what we've got, and we will have to prepare accordingly. Easier said than done though when one of our main midfielders, Raymond Hargreaves, is injured. We don't have a lot of depth here, and his absence significantly reduces our strength. It's going to be a tough ask against Sham, and if I'm totally honest, I don't necessarily feel that this is the game we need to win to secure the playoffs. After this match, we have a match against the current third place side P4H F.C, who have quite a few easy fixtures to go throughout the season, and it's going to be quite controversial, but I'm going to throw this match. Alright, okay, it does make a bit of a mockery of our own first versus second place, but our away record hasn't been particularly good this season, and P4H game is our only home game left this season. If we are to get the playoffs, which is our current target, we're not necessarily targeting Sham's position at the top of the table. As far as I'm concerned, they have secured that position on merit and deserve to go up as champions. We are fighting a second place battle against P4H FC and Real Madrid, and we need to be able to win that battle. Unfortunately, we also need to keep an eye on DV, as DV hasn't been as good as I wanted it to be, and so the fringe players who need some extra game time will be played against Sham, and hopefully their team strength will allow us to get some good match experience under their belt and help the youngsters grow. Otherwise, we'll be throwing the match for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Naturally, Sham weren't expecting to face a reserve team, so they put out their strongest possible lineup. They put Cornelius Horsch in goal, a back four Frankie Gardner, Ildefonso de Castro, Fortunato Cortez, and Juliano Amparo. Midfield Julian Minto, Evaristo Pintasiglio, Fabio Mirko, Murray Vines, and Emilio Farrow, with Jonathan Sidwell the lone striker up front. Sidwell is their top scorer this season and is challenging Celso Moto for the crown. With Pedro Miramontes and Santamaria both on 2 yellow cards, one more would get them suspension. With Charlie Fender in charge of this match, I've decided not to play either of them, so it's Ant Connolly in goal for Knights. The reserve team continues with Pim van der Kreis, Ibrahim Camara, Ledley King and Devon Riley as the back four. And midfield Reiter Etta, Pierre F. Hestink, Alvito Roma, Wajuna and Azrat Zairi in the midfield, and Irfan Ghazali up front. But the fresh air commence, I guess. Let's go live to Realbrook for the match. Captains for this match are Fabio Mirko for Sham, and for Knights of Cydonia, Ledley King is our captain. Referee for this match is someone Mr. Charlie Fender, who I've already stated is the worst referee in the game. Sham are playing from left to right and are in the blue strip, a slightly different shade of blue from the one they last played against us, while Knights are in the red and yellow strip playing from right to left. The other match in the division, Gorgie Thistle take on Real Madrid, and we can really do with Gorgie getting a result against them. Blue Force against P4H FC, although it's unlikely to get a result even though we need them to. And we're underway. Deep also playing the King Punks. And Sham have made a solid start on possession here. They've absolutely dominated the ball in the first 10 minutes, and they've got a chance with Jonathan Sidwell! Saved by the keeper! Ant Connolly has got down to save the shot from Jonathan Sidwell, but it doesn't look particularly likely that we are going to be getting anything out of this game with the team we've got and the team Sham have, and it's showing in the possession. They are completely dominated so far. 38 minutes played, and it is 0-0 between us and Sham. And that is half time, as in the other games of the division we have a draw between Deep and the King Punks. Sham's 1 chance and a half, so they take 64% possession, and now P4H have taken the lead against Blue Force, so they're now just 2 points behind us. This is pretty dangerous here. We're about to start the second half now. And we're going to bring on Salsamotive for Earth and Ghazali to increase the threat up front. Also hope, and it'll help increase the average age as well, as P4H go ahead against Blue Force again. We're break away for Jonathan Sidwell, tries to ball play shot. And Sham have taken the lead. Sham have taken the lead against Knights of Cydonia. They've scored through Jonathan Sidwell, and P4H are right on our tails now, and Sham, as it stands, are going up. And Deep have got one back against the King Punks. Got a free kick here in a dangerous position, but Pedro Miramontes is benches. Pierre Hessling to take it straight on goal. And it's narrowly missed. I'm not quite sure if Pierre's old enough yet to be able to trouble a keeper like Cornelius Horsch, but maybe one day he will be. Bento Barrera's come on for Ario Farrow, and that strengthens Sham's midfield. This could be dangerous. Fabio Americo hits the point where the post and the crossbar meet. It is still 0-0 between Gorgi and Real Madrid as things stand. We've got a lob header by Fabio Americo for Sham. And punched away by Ant Connolly. Sham are really taking the game to us now, but we are holding firm against their efforts. We've got a misdirected kick on his own goal by Pim van der Krees. He's turned into his own net. Oh dear, what a calamity. Pim van der Krees has scored an own goal to give Sham a 2-0 lead. That's a disaster. We were holding our own here, but that looks like it'll be it. And Jonathan Sidwell comes up for Carl Frederick Indral. And he's going to bring off Pentasiglio for Gennaro de Salazar. We've got a free kick in a dangerous position in the 77th minute. We're actually doing pretty well for chances so far. We've got a free goal by Pierre Hessling. Straight on goal by Pierre Hessling. I can't even talk today. 79 minutes play. Gennaro de Salazar. And missed the goal. Sham have had a ton of chances, but they've only managed to score 2 goals. But there's been enough to win so far. We have offered no threat whatsoever. Got a 83rd minute. Fortunato Cortez. What a goal by Fortunato Cortez! A spectacular long-range shot which finds the back of the net and sends Sham up to Division 4, no doubt about it. And Gorgi Fistel have scored against Real Madrid, so it's looking like a 2-horse race for that second spot. Endral has got hold of the ball. Well, this is looking like a very deserved victory for Sham, and they have comfortably been the best team in the division this season, and they're going up to Division 4. That is the end of the game and the end of the match. Sham 3, Knights of Cydonia 0. A comfortable promotion clinching victory for the league leaders, who had all but 2 of the chances and thoroughly deserved their win. Well, in the other matches, Gorgi Fistel beat Real Madrid. Fortunato Cortez was the man of the match for Sham, while the man of the match for Knights of Cydonia was Ledley King. So the big question remains, why on earth would you do that? It only ended up hindering Knights' chances of making the playoffs. P4H FC are now just 2 points behind us, although we have to face them next. There's massive pressure on the next game to win that and secure the playoffs. But I still feel that our youngsters need some game time. Congratulations to Sham, they were worthy winners of the title. We need to secure our second place as soon as possible. And by that, I mean by beating P4H FC. If we beat them, then we will secure our second place. If we draw against them, we'll go down to the final day of the season, where we'll have a 2-point advantage over them, and that means that we should be able to draw with the King Punks to secure the second place. If we lose to P4H FC, however, then we're in big trouble. They'll become only the second team this season to beat us twice in the same season, and that means they will be ahead of us by a single point, which means we'll be relying on them to slip up Sham at the end of the season in order to take that playoff place. For the record, even if we had put out a full strength team against Sham, I think we still would have lost anyway, because the tactics I deployed were countered by Sham anyway, so congratulations to them. I can't see any reason why they shouldn't have won that game. Anyway, let's see the team of the week. Unsurprisingly, there are no Knights players in the team of the week. The team of the week is Cornelius Horsch of Sham, back four Rodrigo Leonardo P4H FC, Fortunato Cortez Sham, Jarrett Fowler Real Madrid, and Juliano Amparo Sham. Midfielder Julian Minto Sham, which means he is now ahead of Ledley King in the X11 rankings, which is critical for us in terms of finances. Garrincha Scalari Real Madrid, Murray Vimes Sham, and Gerard Mayborn P4H FC. And front two Jonathan Sidwell Sham and Eusebio Sierra P4H FC. The manager of the round is Paul Weather of Gorgi Fistel. Right, let's take a look at the DV. And the result of that match saw no DV gains whatsoever, so we effectively threw the match for nothing. Well, not quite, but the DV gains weren't quite enough to get them up a level, but they're still a helpful experience anyway. But nevertheless, that's besides the point. The fact is, we have thrown a match and possibly our whole future plan out of the window by playing youths against Sham. when this series finishes, and believe me, it does plan to finish eventually, but I will imagine this might be one of the biggest mistakes we made during the course of the season. What do you think? Have I made a big mistake here by throwing my match against the league leaders, or was the absence of Raymond Hargreaves the right thing to do in the circumstances? Let's take a look at the standings and see how things look going to the last 2 games of the season. So after that match, Sham have been promoted to Division 4. Congratulations to them. They are now 8 points ahead of us with 2 games left, meaning there's not enough points left for anyone to catch them, so they are up. We are currently in 2nd place, but P4HAFC's win over Blue Force means that they are just 2 points behind us. We play them next in a massive match. Real Madrid dropped off the pace after they lost to Gorgie Thistle. The result brings Gorgie mathematically into the playoff picture. So this is going to be a very interesting end to the season. It'll be interesting to see how all this all pans out. Not to mention that the King Pumpers are still fighting for their lives against relegation, deep in Blue Force already down. They host us in the final game of the season. That'll make a very interesting affair, but hopefully let's not have it go down to the wire. Hopefully we can beat P4HFC in the next game. So see you then.